Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Anissa Fika binti Zamani. Today I will present my final year project with title 3D survival game Surviving in the Forest. Recently, the implementations of survival skill among people is decreasing, and this skill is really important to make sure they do not get into a dangerous situations. For the background studies, according to Vukovic, he stated that all ways of helping your people with behaviors and emotional problems are not suitable now. And then based on the research, potential survival skill among young age in daerah Istimewa Yogyakarta is around average scores of 56.2, and this score is in the medium category, which means that potential for survival safety skill among young age is neither high or nor low. Also, by American Red Cross, they also say that there are lots of natural resources in nature that can be afforded for foods and water, and need to understand which are safe to eat, such as berries and edible plant. Is very crucial for survival skill. Stated by Novens Health, securing foods and foraging responsible can sustain people, can sustain their life while minimizing the impact on the environment. And the last one, by Cox, he said that the number one for survival skill is the power to regulate your thought. For the problem statement, there are two problem statements that found, which are lack of critical thinking among people and also lack of knowledge survival instinct in people. So why lack of critical thinking among people? Because when the lack of critical thinking, it can also lead to the misinformations among people. And this skill is really crucial and it needed by all people in every age. This skills is to contribute efficiently towards this modern society. And stated by Thompson, Michael Galish did a test on 666 people in UK, and he found that younger people who relying on AI tools score lower in critical thinking rather than older adults. And high IQ does not prevent the individual from making mistakes and also believe with logical fallacies. And they're also relying on the one-sided information source, and they're also refusing to accept different opinions and believe to what they believe, and many more. Second, lack of knowledge survival instinct in people. Why this is the problem statement? Because most of young adults and teenagers, if they were put in the situations that the words start to corrupted, they cannot survive because of the technologies, ability of technologies nowadays. And stated by Zulkifli and Hamid, they said that people nowadays tend to ignore the importance of survival skills because they believe that with the growth of technologies, they're being too reliant on it because everything that they want to see or they want to learn, they can search for it. And the last one, according to Vukovic, young people need to be equipped with social skills and competence that can help them cope with unpredictable situations. For the objective, there are 3 objectives that we focus on, which are to design a 3D survival game about learning how to survive in the forest. 2, to develop a 3D survival game that implements the knowledge of survival skill. 3, to evaluate the engaging learning of survival skills toward players through 3D survival game. The project scope for target user, the user that being chosen is around 30 to 40 years old. The language that will be used is English. The platform that be chosen is Windows laptops or PC. The software tools are 3ds Max, Blender, and Unity. For project significance, survival games is require player to always be in the state of readiness, where their goal in the game is to survive through their explorations in the environment, with gathering resource, uh, fighting with the enemies, or avoiding various kind of obstacles or traps. And it holds a significant values in both educational and entertainment that will enlighten them about knowledge of survival skill. The immersive environments could give a real world experience, develop a critical thinking, and making decision under pressure. It also gives awareness about the survival skill knowledge, thus develop critical thinking. The model that being chosen is game-based learning model that have 5 elements, which are user judgment, user behavior, system feedback, debriefing, and learning outcome. This model will be used in the game and to see if the game align with the model and if the game is achieve the goals based on the model. For the methodology that choose is agile because it offers flexibility where the change can be made many times regarding to the adjustment and improvements. And also, this methodology can adapt to change and deliver high quality product. For testing, the game is run using Windows operating system. The target user will play 10 until 50 minutes. And after they play the game, they need to answer the survey in the Google form. By doing this testing, it to identify if the engagement value achieved while the target user playing this game. The participants are 30 to 40 years old. 30 tester will be testing the game and participation for the game is voluntary. The instrument that being used is user engagement scale, short form, that focus on four criteria, which are focus attention, perceived usability, aesthetic element, and reward factor. So for the engagement value, the game is used user engagement scale, short form, as a guideline to assess the level of engagement among participants who play the game by measuring with four criteria, like being said before. From the figure, all value in the four criteria give average mean 3.6 and overall UES percentage 72% indicates positive moderate levels of engagement. So the conclusions, this project successfully develops a 3D survival game that integrates survival skill education through an engaging game-based learning approach. With an overall engagement rate of 72%, it indicates good engaging in the game among participants. The project faced limitations despite achieving the core objective, which are limitations in scope of evaluations, limitations for platform, and no multiplayer mode. Future research will be focused on wider coverage for evaluation, multi-platform support, and support multiplayer mode.